Hello, Professor Ledger. I am Victoria Morrissey, but Tori's fine. Um, I found that I really enjoyed the Learning Memoir project. I enjoyed the freedom that it gave each of us to choose what we felt was important. I didn't really have a hard time choosing a topic, and because of that, I found the whole writing experience to be hashtag cleansing. Um, I was in a really bad car accident back in January where I broke my femur. I fractured my skull, broke 3 ribs, punctured a lung, and I broke most of the bones in my face. Um, I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember waking up in the hospital and being really confused. But I learned a lot while recovering, so it seemed like the most obvious choice for me to write about. Um, Everybody had been telling me, you should write this down, and you'll remember it, and you want to look back on it, and for the longest time I felt I didn't want to. So before this I hadn't, but writing it showed me just how much I did learn. Through physical therapy, I learned how to walk and balance again, and occupational therapy kind of got me back into doing things I was used to doing. I was able to walk my dog again, and I was able to play Wii games and bake cakes and stuff, all things that I thought, that's not going to be hard again, I can do that, but it was actually really challenging. I also had to do speech therapy to get back into learning how to swallow and how to move the muscles of my jaw correctly again. And most of that work was spent on my memory. I still have an issue with my short-term memory, but still working on it, and it's getting better, so slowly but surely, I'll get there again. But overall, I enjoyed the process. It was very therapeutic to write it all down and get it all out there, so I feel relieved almost. I thought that was cool. Part of the process that I enjoyed was the actual peer edits. I thought it was cool to see what different people chose and what different situations affected them. I always like sharing things like that, so I thought it was really interesting what everybody else thought. The hardest part of writing the memoir was definitely the word count. I really struggled on keeping it in the range. I felt I wanted to go off and put more detail and describe things more and talk about certain situations, like the day that I went back to the barn for the first time, or the day that I had to balance on a little like trampoline, and I wanted to put all that in there so I would remember it, but I need to remember this is learning memoir, you gotta keep it in the word count, so I felt that was really hard to stay in the limit. And I also felt I struggled with the introduction for the first part because I don't remember what happened in the accident. I had a hard time putting myself into the first part of my essay. And because of that, I had like 8 different drafts and so many different ways to start it, but I felt like that was all part of the writing process, so that kind of showed me what it's like to be a writer and how to go about it. So they were both things were challenging, but eventually got through them. So I liked how it taught us about the writing process while we were writing about writing. We were writing about learning. We were learning about things and learning at the same time. I thought that was cool. Because I'm not a writing major, or that I don't write a lot, so I thought it would be more challenging than it was, but I found I really enjoyed it, so I especially like that part. Again, it forced me to write about an experience that I thought I just didn't want to acknowledge, and it helped me get over things that I didn't think I needed to, so thank you for this assignment. I found I really liked that part. Overall, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought the whole process was interesting, and the piece will be one of my favorites that I've written ever. So it'll definitely be a piece I go to if anybody asks for an example of my writing or anything, and I plan on keeping it and maybe expanding on it just to get it all out. I felt that was cleansing, so I enjoyed it. So thank you. I think that's it. So thank you, and Have a nice night.